As Emily walked down the dark alleyway, she could feel someone watching her. She quickened her pace, but the footsteps behind her only grew louder. Suddenly, a hand reached out and grabbed her shoulder. Emily spun around, but there was nobody there. She looked down to see a small, porcelain doll lying at her feet. As she picked it up, its eyes blinked open and it began to move on its own. Emily tried to run, but the doll was too fast. It chased her down the alleyway, its tiny porcelain hands reaching out to grab her. With nowhere left to run, Emily turned to face the doll and was met with its lifeless, unblinking gaze. But as she stared into the doll's eyes, she saw something that chilled her to the bone. The doll's eyes were not made of porcelain, but of human eyeballs. Emily screamed in terror as the doll lunged at her, its jaws snapping like a hungry predator. In a final act of desperation, Emily fought back with all her strength, but it was no use. The doll was too strong. The next morning, the police found Emily's mutilated body lying in the alleyway, her eyes gouged out and her flesh torn to shreds. Nobody knew what had happened to her, but some say that if you listen closely at night, you can still hear the sound of the doll's twisted laughter echoing through the alleyway.